I cannot believe that I'm here in Vicente Guerrero, Baja, Mexico, at Foundation for His Ministry. I've been coming here tons, and I gotta say, this is, once again, moved itself to the top of my list of the most beautiful, incredible experience. I guess if I was to try to think of what God did mostly, one thing He did for sure was show me that His word never returns void. At the Rancho de Cristo there, when we went to go minister, I had a man who had been there for almost 20 years. And he comes walking up to me and he's like, "Moco, moco, moco." And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was talking and I had something in my nose. He's like, "Moco, moco, moco." And that wasn't it at all. What it was he remembered something that I had preached almost 15 years ago. And it had stayed with him all this time. There were people here who saw some of the kids from last year wearing the same hats, having the same things that we brought last year. It's why we do it. It's why we keep coming every year, and we're going to keep coming every year. There's something very beautiful about this place, and it did not let us down once again. Goodbye.
Foundation for His Ministry has really just opened my eyes on how God is able to put things in people's hearts for them to come here and serve, whether it be 6 months or maybe even more after they come here. But it's really great to see just how God is able to put it on their hearts to come here and serve and use the skill sets that they could have used anywhere else in any other kind of situation, but instead they want to come here and just serve for the kids. And I think it's just very beautiful to see that.
So we're here in Foundation for His Ministry, and it just has been an honor to come back for my 4th time to serve alongside my peers, alongside Pastor Kenny, and just all of our students. It's been an honor. It's taught me so much about just the love of God and everything that He's done here in this ministry. And now we get to take a part of that back to LA and just share with the rest of Los Angeles. There is a people that is in need, and everything that has been taught and has been given to us here, we can now take over to Los Angeles and just give that love out to the people, to the lost souls, using campus, using the church, and using everything we've learned throughout our time here. So thank you.
So in May, God gave me a revelation and a vision that I would give all of my stuffed animals away to the children here at Foundation for His Ministry, which is a children home that is based on Christian values and is a beautiful place for all of these different people to have a community and spread the love of Jesus with each other. And I experienced God through completing that, giving away all of my stuffed animals and stitching Bible verses on them, and I made a total of 65, and it was so awesome to see all of their smiling faces, and it just really blessed my heart that I could just give something that gave me so much comfort to someone else, and now that they can enjoy that comfort.
The week here at Foundation for His Ministry has been a blessing. It's always a blessing, actually. It's beautiful to see the groups that we bring, the different people, and how they're able to basically make a connection, a relationship. Some people that probably never spoken or hang out, speak, and just do activities together. And I like to see people to be able to bond, which is actually one of the best experiences besides everything else. Besides seeing Rancho de Cristo, which is literally my favorite place to go. Because you get to hear amazing stories from these men and how literally God is working in their lives. So there's nothing more to say that God is good, because when you come here, that's all you see, how amazing and His greatness is, and how there's never miracles not happening every day.
God has used Foundation for His Ministry and Pastor Kenny to bless me in so many ways. I'm not even a part of this church, and yet I'm treated as if I'm family. This is only my 2nd year here, and from the first time and this time, it has changed my life. I have not been the same since. I have taken the children's ministry way more serious. In the past year, I've really been helping my mom, which is the children's leader at my church. This place has blessed me in so many ways in the past year, and just being able to come, just being able to show up. Again, I'm not even part of the church, and yet I'm still invited. Being able to do that has been truly a blessing for me.
So I've been coming to this Christian children's home for this is my 3rd year now. Once before COVID, last year and this time. Every time I come, I feel like I experience something new, something greater. recently I did feel like I was at a bit of a stalemate on what God wanted me to do for him and his kingdom. And what a coincidence, this, not really a coincidence, this trip came up, and it just revived me, reamped me, and then it also allowed me to connect with my church friends and everybody there, and it just helped me build stronger bonds with them as well as building bonds with the children.
I just want to say thank you to the church for the invitation. I really, really appreciate to bring us here, me and my daughter Yvonne. It's been awesome. I'm so grateful to be here interacting with the little ones, with the men. It's just connected with this old young guys for the church. It's amazing. It's been life-changing. Thank you.
I've been coming here, this is my second year in a row. Last year and this year were totally different from each other. This year was more of a ride of roller coasters, with finding out that the kid I sponsored ran away from here and finding out that his brother was left behind here. So it was a little roller coaster, also with Rancho de Cristo, with all the addicts, you know. It touched home, but you know, at the end of the day, it just reminded me that I just gotta keep praying for my aunt that's an addict, for her to be saved.
First, I want to say thank you to everyone, especially Kenny. I mean, he's known me my whole life, and this is my first time here, which is a problem on his end. But I'm grateful that I'm here and I got to experience everything. Everyone was super lovely, super nice, and you just feel so much love when you're here. Every place that we visited, I can't wait to come back and visit them again. It was amazing to see everyone pray over everyone, and thank you.
Hola. It's my first time down here at FHM and my first time in Mexico. I've had a good time down here with the group, and it was great going to Rancho de Cristo and meeting those great men and seeing all the good work that's being done there and seeing lives transformed. And then what's really cool is going to the Rafa's house the day after, where you get to meet some of those guys who spent a year at Rancho, and they keep pushing on. You know, they want to be around other Christians and get closer to God. So it's very cool and inspiring to be around those people and talk to them, pray for them, pray with them. And it's been great here. We've been working a little bit, hanging out a lot. You can see my hands though, proof that we worked. But it's just been a great place to be in the presence of God, and you know, growing close to the Lord, growing in patience.
So I've been praying to experience God as more of a God of comfort, and I feel like I've really been able to do that on this trip, just in my quiet time with him, and just really get to experience him in that way and just kind of lean into him without all the distractions. I also had like this really cool experience with Esteban at Rafa House, where we were praying over someone, and he was praying in Spanish, and I didn't know anything he was saying, so I was just sitting there in the spirit. And then I was like, wait, I have like a vision, and I gave the guy a vision, and apparently the vision I had just told him was exactly what Esteban had just said in Spanish, and I didn't speak Spanish, so I had no idea. And it was like a really cool moment for us and like the guy we were praying over, and we were kind of in awe of it. And then we went to go pray over someone else, and he started talking to the guy, and I thought he was praying over him, but apparently he was like prophesying over him. And then I gave him another word as well, and apparently what I said was exactly what he had said too. And the guy was kind of in shock, because Esteban and I were like, I don't speak Spanish, and like we were just like so in the spirit in that moment, and we were echoing each other, and it was a really cool way for the three of us all to experience God.
Hi everyone, this is my second time coming here, and I experienced God in many ways throughout my time here. It was a really fun time being at the clinic, being a pre-medical student. I think I spend a lot of time in the classroom or clinicals, doing any sort of lab skills, and being here and being around doctors who have treated patients for a very long time in rural areas has been really great. It's reminded me of the humanity of what medicine really is. And I think God's really been working with me on that throughout my time as pre-med as well. So it was really awesome to be here. It was really great spending time with the kids as well. We were able to do a lot of many great activities with them, and it was just great to see them smile. It really reminds me of just what ENDTLA stands for and what really we're trying to foster back in Los Angeles too. So I had a great time, and I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so happy to have had this experience.
I just wanted to real quickly talk about my experience here, and it was, being here last year compared to this year. Even though we do a lot of the same stuff, a lot of working, a lot of just hanging out with the kids, it was a completely different experience. Learning different things, getting to know different kids, being able to hear God in different ways, being able to be in sync with someone else without them knowing that you already spoke that similar truth into someone else's life. I think just being able to listen to God, being able to tune in with God with everything He's doing here over at Rancho, at Rafa's house, and here at Cristo por su Mundo. It's just been absolutely amazing, absolutely a blessing to be able to be here, and again, being able to see the kids that we sponsor, being able to see them back here again, just a huge blessing, being able to hang out with them, like play cards with them, and it's just been amazing.